Hello students, in this video we'll see an example of computing the mode of a random variable. Let's suppose that x is a random variable with PDF f of x is lambda x 10 minus x for x between 0 and 5, and 0 everywhere else. Let's compute the mode of x. Remember, the mode is the most likely value that's output by the random variable x. So to compute the mode, this is the maximum value of the PDF, f of x. So the first thing we need to do is we need to find out what this parameter lambda is. So we know that first that f of x is greater than or equal to 0. That's clear from this definition, because this will be positive and this will be positive. And now I need the integral from 0 to 5 of lambda times x 10 minus x dx needs to be equal to 1. So we perform this integration. I'll have a 10x, so I'm going to have a factor of lambda. And the antiderivative of 10x is 5x squared. And then I have a negative x squared, and antiderivative this is negative x cubed over 3 from 0 up to 5. When we plug in 5, when we plug in 0, we'll get nothing. When we plug in 5, I'm going to have a lambda, and then a 125 minus 125 over 3. So this will be lambda times 2/3 of 125, or 250. So this will be lambda, and then I will have a 250 over 3. This must be equal to 1. So lambda must be equal to 3 over 250. That tells us what lambda is. Now I want to find the maximum of this function f of x. So to find the maximum, we compute d by dx of f of x and set it equal to 0. So the derivative of the function, so f of x, if we multiply it out, we'll keep lambda as a parameter, which we know. I'll have a lambda times 10x minus lambda times x squared. So the derivative of this, f prime of x, will be 10 lambda minus 2 lambda x, and we set this equal to 0. And in doing this, we will see that 10 lambda is equal to 2 lambda x. So the mode does not care about what lambda is. It will cancel out. And we see that x has to be equal to 5. So 5 is the very far end of the PDF. And so we see that the maximum value of this occurs when x is equal to 5. So we have to check the endpoints as well. So x equals 5 is one endpoint. If we plug in 0 to this, we see that f of x is equal to 0. So that's not the maximum. So f of 5 is lambda times 5, and then 10 minus 5. So I will have lambda, which is 3 over 250. And then 5 times 5 is 25. So this will be a 25 over 250 is 10, 1 over 10, so this will be 3 over 10. So the most likely value that's output of this random variable x is the mode, and that value is 3 over 10. Thank you very much.